Hey guys, it is Adam from No Life Crew, back again to bring you some swag attacks from our current war. First off, I'd like to say, if you'd like to come join us, come check us out at No Life Crew, No Life Crew 2, NLC Fury, or No Life Crew 3. Check us out. Alright, so the first attack we're going to dive into today is going to be Nate's attack on base 14. And I know in the previous attack, I'm going to pause this for a second. In the previous attack, we talked about, going at 180 at a time and putting your loons in groups behind and working your way around the base clockwise or counterclockwise. Well, Nate is smart enough to realize with this base that he's got stacked AD in the center to make this more anti-3. And Nate is one of our skillful Town Hall 9s going at this 10 or this 11 that has Town Hall 9 weight. So what he's going to do here is definitely target buildings of interest, which are always in Bolaloon attempts, going to be the Archer Queen, ADs here, and the CC. So this base leaves a good funnel to create starting over here and over here with his Golava kill squad coming up the middle right at this AQ. So he gets started by getting his golem in there, and then he funnels with Wiz on each side, which works out very effectively. Once his funnel gets created, he goes ahead and he drops his heroes over that jump spell. Golem is taking all of the damage right now, and he's really in no rush to get in here. He gets those raged up. CC gets triggered. He gets his poison down super early, which I love to do. I don't like waiting for that poison to get up, or the CC troops to get up on you. You definitely want to get that poison down early. His Barbarian King takes out that first AD, and the wizards take out the CC. Queen jumps over the spell, uses the ability, and now he's ready to start his Bolaloon attempt. Now, in the previous video, like I said, we talk about going at 180 at a time and then going clockwise or counterclockwise. But because this base is compact, and it gets even more compact with these Teslas in here, all he has to do, since this whole side of the base is taken out, is just spam those hounds in with loons behind and just get them in as quickly as possible, haste and rage. So here he goes. He's going to start getting those loons down and getting those hounds in before those loons start to get targeted. And then he's just going to haste the crap out of these things and rage the crap out of these things to get them right into that core, start cutting through that. So here we go. They're targeting that air defense. He's got another group that he rages up, targets that other air defense. Got his money's worth out of that last hound there. And we can fast forward this one because this was just a smashing. He's got a swag loon at 9 o'clock to help with cleanup. And this one is done. Another attack that I wanted to show you guys after this one finishes here is from Super Sally, an oldie but a goodie. Mustang Sally, I should say. Super is her alt. So if we go to her replay, not this one, let's go to the other one. Okay, so what she's going to do here is an HGGB, and she is getting the buildings of interest here. Definitely is always the Archer Queen in these attacks. So she's going to go at it from this side. And we'll go ahead and start this. She gets her giants down. They get healed up right away, pounding at the wall. At that time, she can start her funnel. And while this stuff is funneling, those giants are just rushing through that wall. So once she gets that nice funnel down, the heroes go in. Everything's going in towards the core. Queen engaged. That'll pull her heroes in. She gets that poison down, and that decreases the damage of those CC troops. And everything is just demolishing this core. And once that CC gets out of the way, we can see that she still has a large group of giants alive going towards 12 o'clock, and she has all of the defenses targeting those giants, so those hogs are coming in with heals as needed. And once that wizard tower goes down, that was really it. This base did not have a whole lot of splash damage at 6 o'clock, which made her deployment just absolutely beautiful on this base. We'll go ahead and fast forward here as this all gets cleaned up. All right. Beautiful attack, Sally. Beautiful attack. All right, so the next one I wanted to show you was my 3-star on base number 1, and I wanted to show you guys this one because I could not figure out how I wanted to hit this base. Originally, I wanted to do some sort of Bolaloon, and the Bolaloon stuff just wasn't looking like it would path well with all of these garbage buildings over here. And ideally, I wanted to go on this side to get access to this Archer Queen and potentially this Inferno. But, I just couldn't figure out where I wanted to go in. And then I decided that I thought I was going to Queen Walk Laloon it and start my Queen Walk over here by this mortar and have her track down this way. And then I was going to use a baby dragon on this wizard tower to get everything to go over a jump spell here towards the Archer Queen and core, and then at that time get my rotational Laloon started. But what we learned in a scout is that would have been a horrible plan, and I can show you that scout. MKP, I owe him a beer or something for this, so he's going to scout this. I asked him to scout this with air on the 5-2-3 side here. And what we learned really quickly was that when his dragon at 3 o'clock here goes in, it gets demolished by an air mine, and his dragon over the Wiz Tower gets demolished by an air mine as well. So my Queen Walk would have lost a healer very early, and my baby dragon funnel would have been miserable and would have died immediately. So I went back to the drawing board here, and what I found out from that scout is that if I just, if I just send one loon in at this cannon, I can pull those traps, and then my baby dragon can funnel starting on this camp at 3 o'clock. I can put my king and my bowlers here on this hut, and the plan was to get jump spell here and get everything over that jump spell. If the queen went over that jump spell, I was going to freeze the Inferno Tower and the Archer Queen together, potentially even with the CC in that freeze. However, it didn't quite go as expected with the queen, but we'll get this started to get this going. What I wanted to do was get everything over that jump and then start a rotational Laloon starting at the air defense at 12 and then work towards the air defense at 9 and work around the base that way. But if we get this started, we see that loon pulling that air mine, super effective. And then the baby dragon starts the funnel. Everything going swimmingly. So we get that jump down. And then our kill squad goes in and starts engaging the defenses. Just get everything down there. And I mispathed my queen here. I thought for certain she would start working around this base after she took out those. But I didn't. I missed the gap. If you look closely in this box here, I wasn't looking at that gap, which made the AQ not able to reach that. And that's a very rookie mistake on my end. I should have seen that. But nonetheless, kill squad is going in towards the enemy Archer Queen. Get this started up again. We got the 2 bowlers in the Grand Warden ability, which served to be a life changer with that giant bomb in there. CC comes out, gets poison. My Barbarian King takes out the Archer Queen. And look at this, my friends. Somehow 2 bowlers took out that Inferno Tower. No freeze needed. So you can see at this point, I have started my Laloon portion here over the top of my AQ. Like I said in the previous video, if you can keep her alive, that is a godsend in these attacks. So I start that Laloon, and that cannon that the AQ just shot over here was the only thing keeping those loons going straight to this this air defense. So I'm going to go ahead and haste up those loons, and they're going to make short work of that air defense, so I can start my next hound going towards the AD at 9 o'clock. And, this base, because the ADs were more spread out, like we said in Nate's attack, those AD were all stacked and was anti-air. This base is less anti-air, so we don't want to spam our hounds and loons in this base. We want to make sure that we're going rotationally. So because that AD at 12 goes down, that's the time to start your next hound towards the air defense at 9 o'clock. So that second hound goes down, loons are behind, haste those up. The loons are coming over from the AD at 12, keeping working through those. That dragon comes over, luckily steps right in front of my archer queen. Rage up those loons. They're going to the core, so we haste them up. Freeze should have went down now, but I was busy over here keeping everything going rotational, so that freeze almost wasn't even needed, or it should have been used on those Teslas or this Expo. But nonetheless, it worked out fine. Get those loons hasted around. We got hounds. The last hound came in on that air defense at 6 o'clock. And now it's just using those last two hastes to haste things around this base. And that is definitely a Town Hall 10 that is toasted. We'll speed this up. And that is it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and come over and stop and see us in the No Life crew, distracting you from real life since 2013.